morning. Think about what your favorite color is, because I hope in 5 minutes you're going to say orange. Okay? Remember that, orange. So I'm going to tell a story about how we're aligning our learning across our system and really how we're aligning learners across the Orting School District. It all starts with our ends. So we said we have a results orientation, but really if you looked at our school improvement plan, if you looked at our district goals, they were often about the actions of the adults and not the kids. So our shift was taking our mission and vision and turning them into 4 goals for students. Our first one being our mission, and then developing measurables around what we say we believe and why we say we exist. Our second goal is around academics, so knowledge and skills for students. Thinking about equity and access for all students and for each student. So this is what we're engaging in inquiry around. Our third goal around attitudes and dispositions. Here we have things like grit, responsibility, punctuality, diversity, initiative. This matters because it's about the whole child. And finally, our fourth goal around citizenship. So we're thinking about how do we make these goals live, how do we make them measurable, and how do we engage in cycles of inquiry around these and make our theory of action really live. And what we found is if we connect our cycles of inquiry with our theory of action, then that's where we really get to live what we believe. So our theory of action reads top-down, not because our system is top-down, but because we really believe in reciprocal accountability, and this starts with the central office. So what you see here are the 4 criteria of central office leadership framework, and we as central office leaders engage in cycles of inquiry using our framework. We want to model what we expect, we want to lead the way, we want to be engaged as learners. We believe if the central office functions differently and serves principals in these ways, then we're going to have principals serve as excellent instructional leaders. So principals also engage in a cycle of inquiry. Looks the same as the teacher cycle of inquiry. It's not different for the learners across our system, and we do that around the AWSP framework. So we believe if principals are excellent instructional leaders, then we're going to have quality instruction in every classroom, every day, for every student. And we support that work through cycles of inquiry through 5D and 5D+. All of these things, green, blue, purple, are in service of orange. All of these are for the purpose of all students achieving at high levels and being prepared for college, careers, and life. So there's our theory of action. We engage in these cycles of inquiry all across our system, and then we build our problem of practice from the bottom up. So it starts with students. It's completely driven by students. So in August, how we made this live is in August, we looked at our data. We unpacked claim data. We unpacked target data and said, what do our students this year sitting in our seats need? What are their learning needs? So we set goals around that. Once we really understood our student learning needs, only then could we have determinative focused conversations with teachers, and teachers could set their needs, picking indicators that explicitly targeted the learning needs of the students sitting in their classroom this year. Teachers also set professional learning community student growth goals using that data. This is like the house that Jack built, right? So we had orange, we had purple. Now principals are setting their area of focus goals using the teacher area of focus goals and PLC goals and student growth goals. And principals are also developing their school improvement plans using the based on the instructional goals of teachers and the learning needs of students. Central office then set our areas of focus and developed our district strategic plan. So really it's all about orange. It was all driven by student learning needs, and it's all measured by what we want for outcomes for students. So by connecting our cycles of inquiry to our theory of action, we really had the opportunity to live what we say we believe. We really had the opportunity to say we are all learners across the system, and the whole purpose of central office, of instructional leaders, and of teachers is to support the learning needs of all students and each student.